It's us.
What's up, YouTube, man? Been a minute for sure, man. It's a lot has happened since the last time I talked to y'all. So that's what this video really about, man. A recap from last year, last season. I last talked to y'all after my freshman year of college, which would have been 2023 to 2024. So I last talked to y'all then, and I was telling y'all how the season went. My PR after that season was a 47-2, and I was a two-time national champion with my team, Pittsburgh State of D2. So it was a good year. We started my college career off right, and it was a really great year, man. It was one changer for none, but it left me a little hungry because I made nationals, but not for the Open Four and not for the football four. I made nationals as an alternate for the football four. So both nationals, I was on the sideline watching, and it was great to see my team win. But as a competitor, I want to be out there. So I ended up my freshman year as a 47-2 guy, and that's really good. I was the number 10 freshman in D2, so I mean, it was a nice start to the year. But that gave me a lot of motivation heading into my sophomore year, and I'm sure you guys see from like the title and maybe on TikTok or social media that I am now the 400-meter national champion of D2. So a lot can change in a year. I went from on the sideline watching the football four to national champion in the 400 and national champion in the football four. So before I get into like how that happened, I'm gonna go into like my motivations and just leading up to that, because what everybody sees is the result. They see the championships, they see the national champ. They don't see the work that was put in. They see, they see the times, but they don't see everything that led up to that. So let's start from the very beginning, man. So basically, we were hungry. That's all I can say. The whole summer, I'm hungry. I'm working. I'm asking my coaches, my teammates. I'm asking everybody, what can I do to be better? What can I do to be faster? I'm lifting. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting faster. I'm hitting the track. And I'm just working to be better. I got something to prove, because everybody look at me as like, Nate. Okay, that's Nate. He's gonna be on the football court this year. He's gonna be pretty fast. But I look at me as like, I just want to be an All-American in the 400. So coming into that year, I was hungry and I had something to prove. And we worked all fall conditioning, and we worked hard. But the year came, the first meet came, and I started off the year right, man. I started off the year strong. First meet opened up 47.5, and that's not bad. 47.5 on a bank track. My previous indoor PR was 48.3. Opened up 47.5 indoor PR, and not too far off my regular PR, which was 47.2. I'm gonna put that race up while I'm talking too. So we started off as 47.5. We were number 3 in D2. So this is the first meet of the year, or second meet of the year, my first 400 of the year. We number 2 in D2. We started off strong. The indoor season was like a movie, man. I had so many good moments. I had my first 46. I ran 46.4, my first 46. We were two-time conference athlete of the week, number 2 in D2 all year. So it was a great indoor season. And I'm like, all right, man, this is what I've been working for. I've been ready for this. And we get to the big show, man. We get to nationals, and I'm sure you might have seen I end up getting tripped in the finals. I made it to finals. We were in Indianapolis, beautiful city, man, beautiful facility, beautiful hotel. Everything was nice. And I made it out of finals. I ran 46.9 in the finals. I ran 46 3 times that indoor season, so it's my 4th 46 of the year. Wasn't my best race, but I made it to finals, man. And I'm in the first heat. The fastest guy in D2 is in the second heat. So I'm like, all right, man, I gotta run something fast in this first heat if I want to have a shot to win it. And I had a legitimate shot to win it. I'm the number 2 guy in D2. I'm the second fastest guy in D2. So it's like, at the very least, I should walk away with second place. So my mindset going to that Nationals prelim was just go out there and gun it, man. Get to the cutoff first and just run something fast. Put a gap on these guys early on and get the job done early. Put a nice time down and have the second heat have to come beat me. But like a lot of things in life, this did not go as planned. I got out and trying to get to the break first, I ended up getting tripped on another athlete, and I fell. And as you can imagine, this was like devastating, bro. I fell in finals. I got aspirations of winning it, and I ended up getting last place. I ran a 54. I fell, I got up, I continued running. I got last place. I still got an All-American trophy, but it left me like a little unfulfilled because like I had dreams of getting this first place trophy, and I had a legitimate shot to do it. I'm number 2 in the nation. I got a legitimate shot to be a national champ, and I ended up getting 8th place, and it was just like, man, like I feel like I let my team down to at a certain level as well because I'm supposed to get 8 points and I get 1 point. I'm supposed to be, you know, contributing to the team, and I go out there and I don't really get the job done. But thankfully, God blessed me with a second race, and it was a 4x4. So I'm running anchor leg for the 4x4, man. I got my great teammates. I got Caden, we got Juan, we got the Priest, man, and we ready, man. I mean, we got the number 1 4x4 in the nation. We like a little bit off the national record. So okay, we're in like the last heat. The heat before us goes, Lincoln University sets the national record. So now we got a little bit of pressure on us, man. It's like we have to run a national record or we don't win. We don't win the 4x4. We feel like we're the fastest in the world. So like we gotta run a national record. It's do or die. And like it's a little bit of pressure on us, but those 4 guys, man, are very composed, and we went out there and we handled it, man. And I'm gonna put that video up because it was an amazing moment, and it really was like a cherry on top, man. We went out there and we ran something crazy. I'm gonna let that video play right now just so y'all can see it, man. Get the vibes, get the atmosphere going, and just enjoy the race. So I'm gonna let that play.
Down the stretch, gets across the line, 3:07.14. And it is a new Division II record. 2 records set in the same event. One by Lincoln, one upped by Pittsburg State. And they are your national champions in the 4x4 and in the team sense. Pittsburg State putting a cherry on top of a Division II team national championship here in Indianapolis.
So yeah, we got the job done, and we had a national record, first place in the 4x4, and that really helped me, you know, get back into feeling pretty good. Cause I'm a little bit down from my open race where I fell, I tripped. I'm a little bit down from feeling a little disappointed in my performance, but a national record, first place 4x4, and I did it with my teammates, and we were national champions again. What more can you ask for? So that really gave me the motivation, and it gave me another chip on my shoulder, a chip on my shoulder for outdoor season. I said, I'm going back to get it outdoor, man. Indoor, it didn't go as planned, but outdoor, I'm going to get it, man. And that's what happened, man. So starting off outdoor, it was good. We started off outdoor I started off outdoor with the same time as my indoor PR, 46:39. First meet of the year, I ran that 200 PR, 21.2. I was a 21.6 guy. I ran 21.2 first meet of outdoor season. So I went 46 low off the bat. I'm thinking like, man, it's gonna be that year. It's gonna be 45s every week. And it did not happen like that. I got kind of caught up in like wanting to run 45, then I kind of lost sight of my goal. And I was still running 46s. I ran all 46s outdoor, but my performances were going up and down. I ran like 46.8, 46.3, 46.7, 46.3, 46.8, 46.2, and that happened all the way up to conference, man. Conference prelims, I'm running, bro. I'm really running. This feels like a great race. I'm thinking I'm gonna go 45 conference prelims. I went like 46.9. Not 46.7. I'm like, all right. That felt like a 45 right there. Conference finals, I went 46.1. So it's like, I'm so close to that 45, but I'm not there yet. And I know plenty of guys who I personally feel like I'm faster than, plenty of guys who I've beaten races that went 45, and I'm starting to be like, man, why I can't go 45 too? Like, what's wrong with it? Like, what am I doing wrong? And even in D2, I wasn't the same standard I was at indoor. I was a top 2 in the nation. I'm like sitting at like number 6, number 7. And it's like, all right, I still made it to nationals, but now I'm like, I don't know. I'm still in I'm in a great spot, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, man, I don't know if that 45 coming, but I'm just gonna go out there and do what I got to do. So my mindset switched from let me run 45 to let me just race, let me just win, let me just make the finals. Prelims I ran like 46.2. I made the finals. That's all I needed. Now this is the big race. This is the biggest race of my life at this point. I'm in finals. I'm going against Josh Page, real cool guy, real fast guy, 45.2 guy. Like, this is the guy that you got to beat in D2 if you want to be the national champion. And I'm not thinking about running no 45. I said forget 45. Let me just go out there and get my best race. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know if I have the race I know is in me, I know I can be a national champion. So it was just like a movie, man. Thinking back, when I get goosebumps, man, I get chills, because the night before I knew I was in for a crazy race, because I jogged a 46.3 on the relay leg, looking back to see like how close the other guy is to me, see how fast I gotta go. Split like a 46.3. I said, okay, I know I got something good in me for the next day. The race goes out and I get out pretty fast, but the guys on my inside are a lot faster than me. I'm in like lane 8. The guys on my inside, Page and Palmer, they're really fast guys. They like 200 meters in, they're running past me already. So on the 300, the curve, I'm running pretty good still, but they're pulling up ahead. So now it's like those two guys are first and second. The rest of us are like pretty halfway even. So at that point, I just start, man, like I just had something in me. I had a good finish. I've always been a good finisher, but I had something in me, and I just started putting them down, man, and just running and running and running. Like, in my vision, they didn't look that far from me. Y'all see in the video, they should be playing right now. But like, in my vision, these guys did not look super far ahead of me. On the video, they got like a pretty nice lead. But in my vision, I'm like, oh, I can catch these guys. They're not that far ahead of me. So I just pulled a little bit more, push. Caught them at the line. I look up at the board, my name pop out first. 45.3 pop up first. National champion pop in my head. And it's like, I ain't even really had no crazy reaction, because it's like, we just ran a 45 low. I've been searching for this 45 all year. We ran a 45 low, 45.3. We national champions. We just ran the fastest time in D2 this year. We just beat the fastest guy in D2 this year. We just became a national champ. We ran the 45.3, and we just punched ourselves a ticket to trials. So I'm like, man, so much can change. And it was like, whoa. Suddenly I'm national champion. Suddenly everything's going crazy. We had a relay, first place in the 4x4, and it was just an amazing day. And I celebrated with my teammates. We celebrated the national champion as a team as well. And then I went to the crib, and just a lot of other guys shut it down, man. But I knew that like my race to put me in position to go to trials. So I'm blessed enough to go compete for Team USA, for a chance to be on Team USA. And I said that's all I ever wanted to do. All I ever wanted to do was, be in these rooms with these guys. So I got the opportunity, and I went out there, and it was just a crazy experience. And that leads me to my next part of my video, where I tell y'all about trials. Like, okay, we went from 47.2 guy to running a U.S. trials. And the automatic qualifying time was 45.2. I ran a 45.3, so I had a shot to just apply, see if I can squeeze in there, and I got in there pretty comfortably. And my school paid for us to go to U.S. trials. But before we went to trials, we had to practice still. Our season ended in May. Trials is not until first week of August. So we got 2-3 months of practicing, training, and staying in shape. And keep in mind, we've been running since December. So our body's already tired. We just peaked at D2 Nationals, but we getting ready to put in some more training cycles and peak again, hopefully. So I didn't have my first meet again until sometime in June, almost early July, I don't really know. It was an ATX Classic. I know y'all might have seen Tyreek Hill run there. A lot of guys ran there. And I ended up I raced Michael Cherry, Bryce Dedman, Elijah Godwin. Like, these guys you be seeing on TV, and I'm racing them now. But the mindset I keep is just like, okay, we just competing, bro. It's like no idolization of these guys. We competing. And I had an okay race. I ran 46.3. We were in Texas, man. I ran 46.3, and I was running good. I ran 21.6 through my first 200. I was running good, but I got to that last 100, and unlike nationals, I just didn't have a finish, man. And I'm really like not far from these guys. The race should be playing right now as well. I'm not far from these guys on the last 100, but I just don't have no finish, man. I'm dying, and that's so unlike me, but I was just dying. And I was like, okay, it's not a bad race, but we gotta train and get that finish back for trials. So over the summer, I'm really training. I feel a lot faster. I feel quicker. But I just be dying, man, and my finish is just not what it was during the season. So we go to U.S. trials, and first off, our prelims gets canceled because there wasn't that many people running, so there was no point of a prelim, so they went straight to semifinals. So now it's like a little bit more pressure. Like prelims, as long as you don't get last place, you should be good for semifinals. Now it's like I got to get top 8 in U.S. trials, or I'm going home. One race, one shot. I gotta run probably 44 some PR, or I'm going home. And I didn't have a race that I wanted at trials. I'm sure y'all seen I ran a 47 at trials, which was like, okay, I haven't ran a 47 since January indoor season. I ran a 46 all year. I ran a 47 like 4 at trials, and I could have won 46 if I'm being honest. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff went into that race. Not to give excuses, but a lot of stuff went into it. We had a false start, and I got out really good, bro. I got out so good the first time, but they caught us back, and we went again. And those guys are just a different level of speed. I'm gonna be on a level in like 5 months. Not even that. I'm gonna be on a level soon, but they just really got out, and I got out through the 300 at 33.6, which was my 300 PR. So I wasn't like going slow, but that 33.6 had me in last place coming to the last 100. And usually I'm a good finisher, but the race was so out of reach, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Those guys had like 30 meters on me on the last 100. I was like, bro, I just kind of like, I say this, I just kind of gave up on the last 100. I just called it a day, man, and kind of jogged through the line, ran a 47.4. I could have like full out finished and sprinted out. In hindsight, I wish I would have done that and ran like a 46.9, but we just kind of like jogged through the line, ran a 47.4. And I was kind of upset about that, but you win some, you lose some, and it just wasn't my time to be on Team USA. I know my time is coming soon, but it wasn't my time that year. I had a great season already. I was already national champ. I was already doing so much crazy stuff. I'm only 20 years old. Like, it's not my time yet, but my time's coming soon. And I know if I can make it there when I'm 20, I can make it there when I'm 23, when I'm 24, when it's an Olympic year, and I can have a way better race in that situation. But I was a little bit upset about that race. With my coaches, we went to like a beach. It was like a beautiful beach. We just spent some time just chilling, and that really got me back in a nice mindset. And I was just happy to be there. I'm happy to be in Oregon. I got on the plane for the first time. It's beautiful all around. I'm in the track capital of the United States. Is that Oregon? Or is that Arkansas? I don't even know. But I'm in like one of the biggest track places. I'm running against Olympians. I'm running against everybody you see on TV. I'm seeing every single popular track athlete, and I'm running against them, man. So I was just happy to be there, and I was motivated to come back. That's what I'm motivated to do, to come back, to make that my life, to just be back. But that's just a season recap right there, man. We went from really 0 to hero. I went from alternate on the 4x4 to anchor leg on the 4x4. I went from 47.2 to 45.3. I went from 30th in the nation to the national champion in the 400 meters. So it just goes to show you like how much stuff can change in a year, and just where you put your motivation and your mindset and what that can do for you in the long run. Like, it was a crazy year, man, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. It changed my life. One race changed my life. I went from just running track for fun to maybe having a career in this, to running track for fun, to being on the biggest stage in the United States, to competing to be on a global contender team, to compete to be on one of the best 4x4s in the world. So it just goes to show you how much can change in a year. And I'm not done though. That was my sophomore year. This is gonna be my junior. I still got 2 more years of school, and I got so much more to do and learn and get better at. So it's really all coming together, man. But that's really like mind blowing. And I got so much more stuff to talk about with y'all. Like, people ask me why I don't transfer D1. People ask me like so many questions. So there's a lot more videos coming about that stuff. But that's just a little recap of the season, man. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Drop me any questions, drop anything y'all want to know, anything y'all want me to talk about. And we really gonna dive into this YouTube stuff. I'm trying to take my brand more seriously, make more YouTube, TikTok, Instagram posts, and just put my name out there and just build a nice following and just a nice face in the track community. But man, I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. Never give up on your dream and do whatever you want to do, because this life is yours and you can do whatever you want to do in life. So take it from me, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm on the way. I'm well on the way. But I hope y'all like the video, man. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure y'all drop a like. If y'all watch this far, make sure y'all share the video. And y'all have a great day, man. And tap in with me for not going on a crazy journey.
La, 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 wait till I get my money right. I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless.